If your lower belly never seems to respond, even when you're eating well, you're training consistently, and generally trying everything under the sun, this usually isn't a fat or discipline issue. It's a stress signal problem. I see this a lot, especially with busy professionals who are mentally switched on all day. They're carrying constant decision maker responsibility and they're under a lot of pressure. And they have very little downtime for themselves. They're organized, they're very capable, and they're often the ones that other people rely on. But when that becomes their baseline, their body shifts into a protective state. It starts prioritizing survival over change. And one of the first places to show that is their waist. You see, what's important to understand is that your body doesn't respond to effort in isolation. It responds to the environment that it thinks it's in. So if your nervous system is constantly under load, you're constantly under deadlines, work stress, family pressure, financial decisions, mental noise, your body reads into that. And that's its reason to hold on and not let go. And that's why so many people say, or maybe yourself, I'm doing everything right now, but my lower belly, it just doesn't want to budge. You're walking, you're training, you're eating better. You might be even doing more than you should. But underneath all of that, your system never feels fully settled. And a lot of people assume that the answer is just to push harder. More workouts, stricter eating, less rest, more rules. But the pressure doesn't calm the system. Instead, it keeps it on edge. And when your body stays on edge, the fat loss around the waist is usually the last thing to go. This is why you'll see, or you've probably said yourself, I'm consistent for the first time, but this area is just so stubborn. Everything else I'm doing right, but why isn't my lower belly budging? And that's just your body responding to external stress signals. Or you may be dealing with hormonal shifts, blood sugar issues, or long-term fatigue. But those things doesn't make fat loss impossible. They just raise the background stress level. Your body's already trying to manage everything else. And more pressure on top of that, the system just tightens even further. You see, what actually changes things long-term isn't intensity, it's structure. Structure means fewer decisions, predictable routines, repetition that reduces your mental load instead of adding more to it. So when you stop switching plans, second guessing yourself, or trying to optimize every single thing inside your structure or your routine, something really interesting happens. Your body becomes more responsive. You'll probably say things like, this is the first time I've actually stayed consistent without forcing myself. Or, you know what, this finally feels manageable. That's not accidental. That's your nervous system calming down enough to allow change. And when stress comes down, the waist often follows. Not immediately, not dramatically, but nice and steady. Not because you forced it, but because you removed resistance. This is also why walking, low impact movement, and simple routines work so well for some people. Not because they're magic, but because they lower the threat level the body feels like it's under. They're repeatable, they're predictable, and they don't demand too much willpower every single day. You see, if your system already feels overloaded, piling more intensity on top of that will only just increase the problem. And it will delay it. So if this resonates with how you felt, maybe stuck, frustrated, confused, despite your genuine efforts, you're not broken, you're just overloaded. And that's a very different problem to solve. Now, if this sounds like you or something you need help with, scan the barcode or click the WhatsApp link in the YouTube description, which will give you direct access to me on WhatsApp. But ultimately, you'll have clarity and structure, so you'll never have to guess work again.